Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Good. You know that early in the morning you're walking into a group of a whole bunch of hockey people that have been around for a couple of days because the whole hotel lobby smells like stale beer. So far, breath mints have been going around like you read about. Welcome back into another day of the National Coaches Symposium. My name's Chris Kerber. I do the radio play-by-play for the St. Louis Blues. I've been with the team for 16 years, so you got to deal with my partner all day yesterday. And I appreciate you doing that because my phone didn't buzz. There were no text message and anything, so I appreciate you keeping them busy for me. I've been with the Blues, like I said, for 16 years. I spent about 6 years in the minor leagues before that in the East Coast League in Birmingham, and then 4 years in Springfield in the American League. And prior to that, did college hockey at Miami University where I went. So had a lot of fun doing that. It's a pleasure to be with you guys today. And first off, thanks to USA Hockey for bringing this into St. Louis and keeping it somewhat regional. A season ago, we kind of started calling St. Louis and the area here the heartland of hockey. And when you realize how much youth hockey is just played in this area, when I say in the area, we're talking in a radius of about 200 miles, it really kind of blows your mind. So to have something like this on our doorstep is quite a tribute to everybody. And again, thanks to for bringing it into town. We've got a busy day for you, a good day, breakouts just like yesterday. The key speakers will be in here. There will be lunch. If you in your bags, I was told you have question cards. And I don't know if those were used much yesterday, but if you do have questions for the speakers, you know, as they're speaking, I'm going to be kind of in that back corner over there on the right. I know for, like, say, those of you sitting in front, getting up and walking back there probably wouldn't be a thing, but if you want to just kind of pass it to somebody over on this side or pass it to the back, we'll get those, and maybe after each speaker, if we have a couple of questions from you, we can ask the speaker those questions and get some interaction from those kind of things. So let's get the day rolling, and we'll start things off with Mark Tabrum. Now, Mark is a director of coaching education program for USA Hockey. 17 years now with USA Hockey, coaching as well at the collegiate level, high school level, and also the national level with the under-17 team. So he's going to kick off the day, and then we'll get into some of the other speakers. Mark?
Thanks, Chris. I just want to touch on a few things this morning. First of all, say good morning to everybody, but hopefully the last 2 days has been an enjoyable experience for everybody. I think the panel discussion was wonderful, and hopefully everybody heard the message there, because I heard it loud and clear, and it was skill, 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 and I think that was really reinforced yesterday with our 4 presenters. First and foremost, I need to thank a few people. Obviously, it takes a lot of people to put a program like this on, but the volunteers here from St. Louis and Missouri Hockey, definitely need to thank them. They stepped up to the plate, helped us put your bags together. They've been working in the hallways, getting you into your breakout, so a big thanks to them. Larry Boyd, president of Missouri Hockey. Without him, a lot of this wouldn't have been accomplished either. And then Doug Dietz, who's our Central District Coach-in-Chief. He's the one who oversees the coaching clinics in this area and in Central District, and a big thanks to him. And our 10 breakout speakers, a lot of them are ADM regional managers, staff in the office, and or people at one time who used to be ADM regional managers. So thank you for you guys, for your involvement. And then our 10 main presenters. I think yesterday was a great kickoff with the 4 that we had. I'm really looking forward to today with John, with Barry Smith, Kurt Kleinendorst, and Peter Laviolette. I think it's going to be a great day. My assistant, Allison Rains, does a lot behind the scenes. I think you've all dealt with her at one point or another, but a big thanks to her. She got a lot of help from Donna Kaufman, who's a district director from Pacific District, who helped us in Las Vegas 2 years ago, so she was in town helping. And then Cameron Eckmeyer, who you've met probably with the mobile coaching app. Big thanks to him, Harry Thompson, and Jason Hran. They're doing social media and doing lots of things, writing stories and getting those up. Also, I think it was mentioned, Mike McMillan mentioned their names, but our district coaches and chiefs that are in town. One that wasn't mentioned, I want to make sure we highlight him, but Larry Roca, New England District Coach and Chief. Larry, I don't know if you're in the room right now, But big thanks for you being here as well. The Marriott Hotel, Officials Warehouse, and Flex Coach, a couple of our sponsors that are involved. I think continuing education is a big part of it, and obviously at coming to a level 5, there's a reason why you're here. You're passionate about the game, you want to learn more. I commend you for that. There's so many coaches out there that just want to reach their level 3 or their level 4 and be done with it. So for you to come, be involved, want to learn more about the game, to me, I think is wonderful. I look at a couple people in the room, former NHL players that are here, but you have, and we've brought his name up numerous times, but Chris Pronger, Rick Zombo's in the house. I think there's a reason why they're here. You know, when they were NHL players, they wanted to be the best they could be. They wanted to learn more about the game. I think they're doing the same thing as coaches, and I think that's why they're here, and I think that's a huge attribute to them, that they want to be the best they can be in the coaching field, and thanks for being here, guys. Other participants that we have here, I know we have a coach from Switzerland, we have a handful of coaches from Sweden and Canada, and I think that's great that it's a global game, it's a global event that we have people from other countries that are here. A lot of people have had their hands, so to speak, on the coaching education program at USA Hockey. We have two sides of the fence. We have the volunteers out in the field, and then we have the staff. And from a national coach-in-chief standpoint, there's been numerous people that have held that role, from Mike McMillan, who you met, Al Bloomer had that position before, Bob O'Connor, who recently just passed, held the position for a very, very long time, and then before him, Ken Johansson. So, you know, those people have, from a volunteer standpoint, have had a great impact. And then from my standpoint, I'm a staff person, but a lot of people have held this position, and when I look at the names before me, sometimes I wonder where I fit in that category. But there was a gentleman who started in the very first director of the program. His name was Gary Fay. Then we went to Lou Vero, who coached our 84 Olympic team, to Keith Blaze, to Dave Peterson, who coached our 88 and 92 Olympic teams, and then Val Belmonte. He had the position for 10 years, and now I've had it for 16. So I feel very fortunate that I've followed a pretty great group of people, but I feel like we've done a lot of good things in the coaching program. I kind of look at it, we're world leaders in coaching education. Within the United States Olympic Committee, I know the other NGBs, they look to us and see what we're doing within coaching education. And you know, when you take the acronym ADM, the American Development Model, the United States Olympic Committee has taken that, and they're using that across the board for all of their coaching education programs with the other NGBs. So I think that's a real honor, and I think that's pretty awesome that they took that from USA Hockey and they're passing that along to other NGBs. I think the biggest thing is, for you people, you're here attaining your level 5. We need you to be leaders. We need for you to go back to your local association, be mentors to local coaches in your association. I think we heard that yesterday. I don't think we do a great job with that in our country. And for you people to go back as coaches and work with your young coaches and make sure they're doing the right things. And hopefully you're hearing the message while you're here about skill development, station-based practices, small area games, off-ice training, working with your goaltenders, developing skilled players. I mean, to me, that's very, very important. If you can take that message home and impress upon the coaches in your local association to do the right thing, then I think we're hitting a home run. We recently came out with a mobile coach app. Obviously, we've been pushing that very, very hard. Hopefully, everyone in the room has a smartphone and has downloaded that app. Because in the end, we don't print manuals like we used to. Everything's gone electronic. But with your phone, you have all of our coaching materials. You have everything that we have to offer at USA Hockey in the palm of your hand. I don't know why a coach wouldn't have it today. And again, I would say to you, go back to your local association. Get your coaches to download the app, because they can find everything that they need there, from videos to practice plans. Whatever they're looking for, they can find it. So I think that's a very important thing that coaches should have. And I think the other thing is, and we heard it yesterday from Mike Boyle, I think we got to change the culture when it comes to practices, practice plans. It used to be practices was an hour long. Parents, if you were lucky, would drop them off. If you're lucky, half an hour before, pick them up right afterwards. They're out of the locker room. That's their youth hockey experience at practice that day. I think we've got to get to the point where practice now is 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2.5 hours. But that's the time slot for practice. We have to incorporate dynamic warm-ups. We need to do age-specific off-ice training. We need to have cool-downs at the end of practice. All those things we need to incorporate into our culture and into our game. And I think once we do that, I think we're going to see our game go to another level. Because you heard it yesterday, we are lacking behind other countries around the world. And I think if we can tweak that, we can change that we can make a difference. So in the end, I'm going to turn it back over to Chris, but hopefully by attending this conference, hopefully you've either thought about something in a new way, maybe you've learned something new, or maybe it just reinforced your own thoughts about the game, your own philosophies. But hopefully you're walking out of here with excitement. You're going to take it back to your associations, the teams that you're going to coach, and have a great season. But hopefully the next 2 days are going to be enjoyable, and hopefully you enjoy the experience, and I wish you all the best, and thank you for being here.